Yeah, after 40 minutes it gets disconnected. So kindly bear with us. Others kindly log in quick. Okay, so we were discussing related to the corner opposite to the corner in which is resting is on VP. So this is the corner which is the opposite to the corner on which it is resting. So now point D should be on VP. If it should be on VP, it should lie on the XY line. So now this entire second stage of the lamina have to be shifted in such a way that the corner opposite to the corner in which it is resting means this point D is on XY line. So you will shift this vertical position into the horizontal position. So what you will do is the opposite corner you will fix it on XY line. So after that you just measure from this distance to this, what is it? Okay, so measure from this to this, or else you can directly draw a vertical line. So first you draw a vertical line from point D. After getting the vertical line, then you measure this distance how much it is, and you make a point or a reference. So from that reference you start drawing a line parallel to our XY line. So this is a line what you have to draw from the point where you have marked the reference. So after you got the locus for E and C, now you come back to D and measure from D to E what is the distance, and you cut an arc on the locus. Similarly from D to C you mention what is the distance. From there you will cut an arc. So you got the two edges now. Join D to E and D to C. So after this you got this point. So you have a vertical line here already. So on this vertical line you measure from D to A what is the distance, and you make a point. So where it ends. So this end will be A. So you know E and C. So from C you draw a vertical line. From E you draw a vertical line. You measure this distance E to F is how much? Cut an arc. You measure the distance from C to B, it will be the same, and cut an arc. So you name that as B and F. So you got all the corners of the second stage shifted to the third stage. Then you directly join all the edges or the sides. A to B, B to C, C to D, E to D, and E to F, F to A. So now you have shifted the corner opposite to the corner in which it was resting to the XY plane. So once you are done with this, you please take the projection above. So after taking the projection from each corners, extend the projection from the top view, from the front view also. Locus, draw the line from point D, E dash, C dash, B dash, F dash, and A dash. So after that start reading the locus. Okay, so here you have the locus of A, and A dash is meeting at this point, so you will name it as A dash here. So then you have the locus of B, B dash is coming here, it is meeting here, so this will be our point B. You have locus of C, and C dash is here, it is meeting at this point, so this will be our C dash. We have the locus of D here, and D dash is meeting at this point, so this will be our D dash. We have the locus of E coming here, and locus of E dash is meeting here, so this will be our E dash. Similarly you have the locus of F, and F dash is meeting at this point, so this will be our F. So this is the final stage front view. How does it looks like? Okay, so this is the way how you have to solve the problem, whether it is resting. If usually you get the problem like this: if it is resting on one of its edge, the opposite edge could be inclined to V, opposite edge could be on VP, or else if it is resting on one of its corner, the opposite corner could be on VP, Or else the other option is, if it is resting on one of its side on HP, the same side could be on VP. So in these type of problems, they won't give the inclination with respect to VP, but they describe the position of the lamina in such a way that you will be able to trace out the third position, and they will give one inclination related to HP. Okay, so this is the way you have to solve problem number 2. So now let us go for problem number 3. Okay, so we have done with 1, 5th is similar to 1, I told you, I have given the explanation. Second is done, so now we are going with the third problem. So now what is this? It is an hexagonal lamina of side 30 mm and it is also resting on HP. Means you have to start up with the top view and then go for the front view. How it is resting? But it is resting with one of its corner in VP, then the problem changes. Sometimes the students see, okay, it is resting on HP and they directly read the corner and they will start solving the problem with showing the top view resting in one of its corner. Please don't do that. Even though it is resting on HP, where its corner is lying, the corner is in VP, then you have to show the true shape of the lamina in the front view in which it is resting on one of its corner. Then you will come back to the top view. Okay, and along with that, they have given the surface is inclined at 30 degree to VP. So when it is resting in VP, we take the inclination of VP first in the second stage and then we take the inclination of HP in the third stage. Always don't get confused. If it is a problem resting on HP, you will start up with the top view, go to the front view and then you take the inclination of HP in the second stage and then you take the inclination of VP in the second stage. That is for the case of HP. If the details are given with respect to VP, we start up with the front view, come to the top view, take the inclination of VP first and then the inclination with HP. Okay, so it is a direct problem related to HP. So it is the problem number 37. Sorry, the third problem, right? It is the problem number 39 and it is a problem on the diagonal. The diagonal is passing through the corner which is in VP. So if the diagonal, then the true shape of the diagonal in the first stage you will get. In the second stage it will be the apparent shape and then you have to determine the apparent angle for it. But in the question, kindly read, it is told appears to be inclined. Whenever it is told appears to be inclined, you won't determine the beta or alpha angle. You will directly shift the position to the given inclination. I explained you that even in the pentagonal lamina problem, here also the concept is same. Only thing, you will show 6 sides instead of 5 sides. On all the thing, concept remains the same. So whenever it is a problem on the diagonal or the bisector or the median, if it is told appears to be inclined, you will directly shift the apparent shape to the third stage. If it is told inclined to HP directly, then only you have to determine the apparent angle. Okay, so this is a problem 39 in the primer. Right? So hope the problem is visible to everyone. Yes, Murli? So this is a
Yes, ma'am.
problem. Yeah, thank you. So now here it is a problem on VP even though it is resting on HP because one of the corner is in VP. So first you will draw the front view resting in position one of the corner. So in this, always you first draw an horizontal line on XY line. Okay, then you take 120 degree interior angle, 120 degree interior angle, draw the line. The side is 30 mm, so please measure 30 mm and cut an arc. And here also side is 30 mm, measure and cut an arc on 120 interior angle. So after this, keep the protractor and again measure 120 degree, draw a line, 120 degree, draw a line. Measure the distance 30 mm and cut an arc. Measure the distance 30 mm and cut an arc. So you got now all the corners. So name it A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, whichever is convenient for you all, the order. Then join and darken it. Please show the dimension. Don't forget to show the dimension. No need to show for all the sides. Show it for one side. And then please drop the projections from each corner. You have to show the projection from here also. It is not shown in the primer. Please show the projections. So in this case, when the problem is with respect to VP, the observer views here from the top. So when you views from here, A will be visible. So you will mark it as A. So when you view from here, F will be visible. B will be on the same line, but it will be hidden when he sees here from the top. So you will write B in the bracket and F outside the bracket. Similarly, when he views from the top,
Ma'am,
he hello.
ma'am, we can't see the question problem.
Told you're seeing. Just a second. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I have explained you the position. So how it will be. So this is the, whenever it is resting on one of its corner in VP, you will start up with the front view, draw a horizontal line on XY line, construct the lamina as I explained you, taking interior angle 120°, taking the measurement of side as 30 mm cut and arc, and complete it. And then take the projection down. So in case of the problem on VP position, the observer views from the top. So read the corners properly, write which is visible outside the bracket, which is hidden within the bracket. Suppose if you views from here, F will be visible and B dash won't be visible. So you will write it in the bracket, F you will write it outside the bracket. Since it is top view, you cannot write A dash B dash here. You will just write A, B, F. Okay, here only you will show A dash, B dash, C dash, everything. So after naming it as per the norms, leave some space, and it is told the surface is inclined at an angle of 30° to VP. So leave some space, mark a point, fix a point, name that point as A, because you are now tilting the surface which was parallel to plane of projection to 30° to VP. So please take a 30° line. Then you measure the distance A to D, how much it is, and cut an arc on 30° line. After that, you please join and darken it. After joining, please see the distance now. From A to B is how much? Make a reference point. From D to E is how much? Make a reference point. Then give the full name here. B of F and C of E. After this, you please take the projection from each point. A projection from D, projection from C of E, projection from B of F, projection from A above. After that, kindly extend the projection from F dash and E dash, A dash and D dash, B dash and C dash is on XY line only. Then start reading the locus. So A is meeting A dash here, so this is our point A dash. B is meeting B dash over here, so this is our point B dash. F comes on the same line above and F dash is here, so this is our F dash. C, the locus of C is here and C dash is on XY line, so this is our C dash. And you have one more point from the same point, one more point here, E. So E is meeting with E dash at this point, so this is our E dash. So locus of D is meeting D dash over here, so this is our D dash. So after getting all the corners, name it first and thick it immediately by using the dark pencil which has brighter thickness. Okay, so then now you can see this is the true shape of the front view what you are getting in the first stage. Now since the surface is inclined to particular angle, it will be compressed little bit and this will be the apparent shape. And it is a problem on diagonal. So the diagonal passing through the corner. So this is the corner. So this is a diagonal which is passing through. So this diagonal is now inclined, appears to be inclined to 40° to HP. Okay, so if it was told directly incline to 40 degree to HP, then we were supposed to determine the apparent angle alpha. Read the question carefully. Since it is told appears to be inclined, we will be directly shifting the apparent length of the diagonal to 45-degree line. So things becomes easier for y'all if it is told appears to be, because you won't be determining the apparent angle alpha. Many students have confusion if it is a problem with respect to VP. Apparent angle you have to mention as alpha. You people are writing as beta. Whenever the problem is associated with respect to HP, then only you have to mention the apparent angle beta. Okay, so be careful. So now since it is appeared to be only, so we will omit the concept of apparent angle. So you will just take 45-degree line. Sorry, is it 40 or 45? It is 40 to HP and it is shown 45. We will go up with respect to the question. So please draw 40-degree line to HP. And now the diagonal which appears to be inclined has to be shifted on our 40-degree to HP. So on the 40-degree line, leave some space and fix the point A dash. After you fix the point A dash, you measure this apparent length, how much it is for the diagonal, and you just cut an arc or and make a reference. So then you will get the two corners A dash and D dash on 45-degree line. So remaining part you have to construct. So how will you construct? You need these four corners. For these four corners, you need the reference of these two lines on the diagonal line. So what you will do on the diagonal line, this is our diagonal line, right? So from A dash to this distance, what is the distance you just measure? And on this 45-degree line, you just mark a reference point. It might meet here, and again on this diagonal line measure the distance D dash to this, how much it is, you make a point. So after making a point, you just draw a construction line, perpendicular line to our diagonal line. Similarly here also you have made the reference. From that reference you draw a perpendicular line. So you got these two perpendicular lines on our third stage front view, right? So after you got the reference, you can just extend this line both perpendicularly. So now come back to the corner A and you measure from A dash to B dash what is the distance. You have drawn this line already, you have the locus. So keeping one end of the compass here, you will cut an arc on the locus what you have drawn for F and B already. So it will meet somewhere. So you know from A dash the other point is other corner is B dash. So you will name it as B dash. Similarly from A dash you measure the distance F, how much it is, and keeping one end of the compass here, cut an arc on the locus what you have drawn already. So where it meets will be your point F. Similarly now come back to point D. Here you have the locus drawn here, the construction line. So measure from D to E what is the distance and you cut an arc. Similarly from D to C you measure this distance and you will cut an arc. So now you got all the corners. So please start joining it. A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash, E dash to F dash, F dash to A dash. Darken it immediately or else you will forget. Many people are not darkening it. Every time I have to tell dark, they will edit, modify and send. So it's time consuming for both. So please do pakka in a single stretch so that I can evaluate easier. Okay. So then you take the projection down from each corners and extend the projection from the top view also. Then start reading the locus. Locus of A is meeting A dash at this point. So this will be our A. Locus of B is meeting B dash at this point. So this will be our B. And again you have locus of F on the same point and F dash is here. So name it as F. So here you have 2 points. So one is locus of C. It is meeting C dash at this point. Name it. Another one is locus of E. You have E dash here. It's meeting here. So name it as E. Then you have locus of D and it is meeting D dash at this point. So name it as D. After this, join it immediately using thick line, visible line. So this will be the third stage, top view and the front view. So this is how you have to solve the problem if it is resting on one of its corner. And secondly, even though if it is a diagonal problem, if it is told appears to be inclined, then directly shift the apparent length of the diagonal to the given inclination without determining the apparent angle alpha. Okay, so one more problem is there. I will kindly complete that. Here, problem number 4 is our last problem. So what is being asked here? So it is again an hexagonal lamina of side 30 mm and it is resting on HP with one of its corner in VP. Okay, similarly, and its surface is inclined at an angle of 30° with HP. That is also same. The diagonal passing through the corner which is in VP is inclined at 45° to HP. So in the previous problem you can see both are same, only this is been different. The diagonal passing through the corner which is in VP was appearing to be inclined, but here the diagonal passing through the corner which is in VP is inclined at 45° to HP. So this is a direct diagonal problem and it is directly inclined to 45° to HP. Nowhere it is mentioned as appears to be, and hence in this case you have to determine the apparent angle alpha. So first stage remains the same, second stage remains the same, only in the third stage you have to determine the apparent angle. Okay, so you have to read the question. In hurry burry, students won't read the entire thing. They'll just see diagonal problem. Okay, we'll construct beta angle. It could be appears to be or inclined. So please be careful. So this is problem number 38 in the primer. So we will go back. Right, the same thing. So you can see the first stage is same, right? The second stage is also same. Only thing in the third stage we have to determine the beta angle because it is told is inclined at 45° to HP. So it is a problem on VP resting on one of its corner. So show the corner first and construct the lamina, the true shape of the front view as explained you before. Take the projections down. It will be a straight line, the top view on XY line. Then the second stage is also the same. The surface is inclined to 30° to VP. So please incline the surface to 30°. Name all the namings, don't forget. Take the projection above. Extend the projection from the top view as well as the front view. Read the locus and do the naming. It is exactly same to problem number 39 what we dealt previously. So I am not repeating that. Only thing, let us focus on the last stage. So here it is told the diagonal is passing through the corner. This is the diagonal which is passing through the corner which is in VP is inclined at 45° to HP. So what you do is, this is the diagonal which has to be shifted to first for 45° line. So you again leave some convenient space. See that you have enough space for construction. Okay, and from one fixed point you will draw 45° to HP. After drawing 45° to HP, this is a line 45° to HP. Okay, so after drawing 45° to HP, leave some space and fix a point. Let this point A be not very near to XY line. Leave some gap for construction and then fix the point A on 45° line. After this, before starting, you can name the locus. This as D1 dash and this let it be D dash only. So the diagonal gets the true length in the first stage. So after fixing the point A dash, measure the true length of the diagonal, how much it is using the compass. keep one end of the compass here with the same measurement. You cut an arc on the locus of 45-degree line. So this is a 45-degree line which is not totally visible. On 45-degree line, if you mark D1 dash, so this will be the true length. From A dash to D1 dash will be the true length. So after getting the true length, you cut an arc and you name it as D1 dash. So then you will draw the locus through D1 dash. After you draw the locus through D1 dash, now come back to the second stage and measure the distance A dash to D dash, how much it is. This will be the apparent length. A will be fixed already. You will keep one end of the compass, measure this distance and try to cut an arc on the locus of D1 dash. So it will meet at some point. Name it as D dash. So if you join A dash and D dash, you will get now the apparent length of the diagonal shifted to our apparent angle. So but you have only the apparent length here. So if you extend this apparent length back to our xy line, this will provide us the apparent angle alpha. So alpha here will be equal to 55 degree. Make a box and show alpha is 55 degree. So now you have the two corners known. Remaining four corners to be known. For that you have to draw this perpendicular line on the diagonal. So on this diagonal you see the distance from A dash to this, what is it, and on this diagonal you just mark it, and again from D dash to this distance how much it is, you just mark it. After marking, I have explained you already how to construct. You'll just draw a perpendicular line at the marking what you pointed. Here also marking what you have pointed, at that you will draw an perpendicular line. Okay, so when you draw the perpendicular line, what happens, you'll get the locus or the construction line for the two corners E dash and C dash here, F dash and B dash over here. So you will measure the distance D dash to E dash how much it is, and you will cut an arc on the construction line what you have drawn. Similarly, you will measure D dash to C dash, what is the distance, and you will cut an arc on the construction line. So you got two corners. So two more is remaining. You have this construction line. On the construction line, now go back to the corner A dash, measure A dash to F dash how much it is, cut an arc on the construction line what you have drawn. Similarly, A dash to B dash you measure and cut an arc on the construction line what you have drawn. So then you will name it as B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and F dash. Join all the edges or the sides, make it dark. So that will be the true inclination with respect to our apparent angle alpha, in which you have inclined the diagonal exactly. So this will be the final stage, front view. So then later please extend the projection from each corner and extend the projection from each point from the top view also. Start reading the locus. Locus of A is meeting A dash at this point, so this is our point A. Locus of B is meeting B dash at this point, so this is our point B. Locus of C is meeting C dash at this point, so this is our point C. Locus of D is meeting D dash at this point, so this is our point D. Locus of E is meeting E dash at this point, so this is our point E. Locus of F is meeting F dash at this point, so this is our point F. And then you join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to F, so that you will get the final stage of the problem, the top view of it. Okay, so this is how you have to solve the problems when it is related to the apparent angle. When it is not related to apparent angle, you will be directly shifting the apparent length to the third, and sometimes they will give only inclination with respect to HP, and they will ask you to identify the position of the third stage with respect to VP. That type problem also we have done. And sometimes they can give the position of one of the edge above and below 10 mm or anything else from the plane of projection. So all the categories are solved, and in the next class we will focus on some application problem and the other type if anything in existence in hexagonal lamina. Okay, so now if you have any doubts, you're free to ask me. But see that, go through the material, the video link, the Zoom class uploaded in the YouTube channel. I will share the link and complete the questions which is being asked. So if you have any doubts, you're free to ask. If you haven't written your name in the chat room, kindly type it out. Yes, anyone have any doubts? Hello? Yeah, Purneshwari, you're here.
Yes.
Yeah, hope it's been understood. So everyone go through the link, the video link, the material and see that you will submit the assignments on time. Okay, so I'm leaving for the day now. If anyone have not written the name, USN number, please type it away. Yeah, Pavitra.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you raised your hand. Any doubts?
Oh, no, ma'am. I didn't raise my hand.
Okay. No, it showed here, so I just asked you. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Everyone take care, be safe, do your work regularly, upload it. I will evaluate and any problem, any modification you have to do it. I will just report you in the message in the Google Classroom. Kindly edit it accordingly and submit. Okay. Meghna is here.